Many people have probably felt this way. Don't be afraid of getting things done. Just mess up the boss. Friday afternoon. The team worked overtime for 2 weeks. He came up with a plan. The boss watched for less than 5 minutes. The cycle is headless. This is how it should be handled. The person in charge was just about to speak. He swallowed it back down, quietly moving the plan from Veiteen. It was changed to the Veiteen. After working for several days, I sent it over. The boss just watched it and let it go. The first half is still better, the boss said casually. The team wasted several days of hard work. In response, I want to say something that doesn't sound very pleasant. Learn to keep quiet. It is a required course for every boss. Why do I say this? Because of identity. The boss is long-term, but as a character, the boss is temporary. What does that mean? For example, father is identity. A husband is status. The CEO is also an identity. Identity represents a fixed relationship, but the same father. When teaching children to solve problems, they are the teachers. When the child is sick, it's the medical staff. When paying tuition for children, they are the resource providers. The character represents a task at the moment. The boss is the same. Sometimes, a person's identity is that of a boss. The character is also the boss. For example, when formulating strategies, someone has to step forward and speak up. The goal is to climb over that mountain. For example, when emphasizing rules and procedures, why can't this red line be crossed? Why must this process be followed? Someone must come to defend it. Another example is when designing values. There is a generous client, but it can damage the company's values. Should he take this deal or not? Having a top-performing employee, but he constantly disrupted the team atmosphere. Should this person stay or not? Someone has to decide. At times like these, the boss must speak. If you don't mention the tissue, it will turn into a piece of banana peel. Where to sit to? Not at all. But there are still some things. A person's identity is that of a boss. Role. It's actually resources. For example, how exactly is a project executed? The person in charge leads the team. This has been researched and discussed countless times. The plan had already been finalized. Right now, I just need the boss's help. Go say hello to another department. For example, how exactly to hold an event. The team has chosen the style. Venue. It was just a little over budget. The boss needs to approve it. Another example is a video. The boss needs to appear on camera in person. A conference. The boss needs to appear on camera in person. These scenes, the boss shouldn't have spoken. Why? Because the essence of resources is cooperation, not a command. Problem. That's why it's often easy to find it here. The boss was clearly here to cooperate. As soon as he spoke, he became a conductor. For example, the team just asks you to approve a budget. Just say something in passing. Isn't this scene a bit too ordinary? Can it be made a bit more sophisticated? You think this is aesthetic advice, but the team heard. The entire plan would have to be redone. What the person in charge thought next. It's not about what to do about the event. It's about what kind of feeling the boss actually likes. This is destruction. The boss said one more thing. The team changed for 3 more days. The boss interfered one more time. The person in charge takes on less responsibility. Over time, organizations will learn one thing: less judgment, and many are passed down to touch and did not seek to respond to them. Just don't make mistakes. So what exactly should be done? You can make a list for yourself. First, think carefully before the meeting. Now is the time to launch the goal. Or is it about executing the goal? Goal initiation. The discussion is about what to do. Why do it? For example, the strategy council. For example, the quarterly planning meeting. At this moment, the boss's role is to be recognized. Also the boss. What needs to be said must be said. Goal execution. The discussion is about specific ways to do it. This means the team comes with answers. At this point, the boss's role is to provide resources. As long as there are no red line issues, try not to speak too much. Once you start speaking, it's easy to fill in the mess. Second, think carefully before you speak. What needs to be said is constructive, or is it a disruptive word? Blue doesn't look good. The models are not high-end. The font is not elegant. These are personal preferences and aesthetics. All of these are disruptive words. A perspective the team overlooks. Unverified doubts. Risks that have not been paid attention to. That's what makes it constructive. Disruptive words. Don't even mention it. Third, after saying what needed to be said, he just shut up. Specifically, execution matters are the responsibility of the person in charge. At this point, the owner can avoid selling. You may leave your seat. 1,000 words can be summed up in one sentence. When decisions are made by the boss, you must speak up. Decisions are about resources when avoiding blame as much as possible. Say what needs to be said. Don't say things you shouldn't. Only then can the organization truly get moving. Focus on Liu Run, lowering the cognitive barrier to business.